Hey everyone, it's Ashley, your independent Scentsy consultant, and today I am so excited. I have my Harvest Collection haul, finally. I have not watched anybody else's hauls because I wanted a genuine, personal, review, first impression, I didn't want anybody's opinions to alter mine, so I haven't watched anybody's. I cannot wait to go back and watch them, but you guys, I have the goods and I am so excited. So you guys can't see the mountain of things I have next to me. So hopefully we're gonna be able to do this without knocking everything over, but let's get into it. So I think I'm just gonna start with the Nightmare Before Christmas wax bars because that's all I got from the Nightmare Before Christmas business. I didn't get like the buddies or like these are delayed. I didn't get the mayor, you know, I only got the waxes. So 2 of these I have tried before. 1 is brand new. So let's get into it. First, the OG is Jack's Obsession. So I think this came out in 2019. This was like the first Nightmare Before Christmas wax bar. And it says, Eureka! This cauldron full of apple spiced with clove and cinnamon makes for a ghoulishly grand brew. So I have had this at least once before. I wasn't like a super fan of it, but I feel like my nose has definitely changed in the past year. So let's see. And also the wax is like neon. Honestly, it smells like pretty similar to cider mill for me. Oh, the bottom is definitely green apple. I get like kind of a weird note. And I don't know if that's what I've gotten in the past. It kind of smells a little bit plasticky in a sense, but that could be because it like just came. I don't know. I'm gonna warm it. I'm gonna retry it. But you guys, this one's like typically from my past experience hasn't been my most fave, just being honest. However, Halloween Town, this bar was new last year for the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. I really enjoyed this one last year. So this says, everyone scream for a sinister potion of cranberry, apple, and spice cedarwood concocted in the dead of night. And these bars have 4 different covers. I don't know if you want to call it. So as you can see, like these ones up here, those are like the most standard ones. And then this is this bar. So you can tell it's a little bit different. Same with the Jack's Obsession. It's not those first 2. It was this one back here. So there you have it. These ones that are blurred in the back are like super limited edition. They're like hollow kind of, I think. Like holographic hollow. So if you get those, they're like super rare. But you can even get those just by like placing regular orders or even through your Scentsy club. So okay, Halloween Town. Let's get it. It's purple wax. This one's not as sweaty as the one before. Oh yes. I love it. I love it. It reminds me somewhat of the apple in Apples and Oats. Oh, it's so good. I think it's the cedarwood for me. It's just, some people really dislike this, but it just gives it such a different aspect for me. It makes it so much more complex. Oh, this is my favorite. It kind of, like I said, reminds me of the apple in Apples and Oats, but that cedarwood makes the difference. Ugh, this one is going into my club this time. I don't even know if I had it in my club last time or if I ended up taking it out, but it's going in this time. And then this is the new fragrance for this year. It's Roll of the Dice, and this is the Oogie Boogie bar, inspired bar. So, sorry for the reflection. It says, what we have here is zesty citrus and dark fruits lurking beneath sage and balsam, all daring you to test your luck. I'm a little bit nervous for this one. It is green. Oh, it kind of, I get the citrus. I'm getting a men's cologne. I'm getting the sage. I'm getting more citrus on the bottom. I don't know if I'm getting balsam. sometimes, it's gonna sound so weird, but maybe some of you understand this. Sometimes citrus comes off to me as like a dirty, like sometimes it just doesn't mix well with me. This is kind of like a men's cologne mixed with a tree scent and citrus. I don't hate it. I was expecting it to be like way off the wall. It's definitely different for Scentsy, I feel. But it's not like horrid. Like, I don't mind it. I would not do it maybe in my open concept. I'm gonna have to have Corey sniff this. I might, for the weekend vlog, have Corey smell all the new items and see what he thinks. But I feel like this was something that may be up his alley. I like the sage in here, but I don't know if I'm getting down with the balsam and the citrus, but we'll see because there's really no telling. So those are the 3 Nightmare Before Christmas bars. Things change when you warm them, so everything, of course, will get warmed. Okay, let's move on to the new scents. So I got the new scents in their wax bar form. I got them in their pod form, and I also got them in fragrance flower form. So I think what I'm gonna do is smell the corresponding bar and pod to see, like, do they smell similar? And then I did get the fragrance flower, so I'll maybe just show you them first. So I ended up, they're all the Buttercup Bell design, I do believe. So cranberry pumpkin spice was the first one. We're just gonna put those back here. Dropping the flyer. Orchard apple and spice. And I'm gonna smell all these in the bars in just a sec. And then toasted acorn and oak. And I got all these in the fragrance flower because I was originally gonna get a different 3-pack. Ooh, you can bundle a 3-pack of fragrance flowers, and I was gonna get a different bundle of just like regular catalog scents for my half price item when I was closing out this party, but I was like, you know what, I should just do the new ones. Like, these other ones will be around, I could redeem them again for a 3-pack. I should just try the new ones. I generally like fall scents, so I'm gonna go for it. So that's what I ended up doing. But let's talk about the scents. So the first one up is cranberry pumpkin spice. And so the pod and the bar have the same design. So the notes on this are sugared cranberry adds a sweet kick to baked pumpkin, delightfully infused with cinnamon spice. I have heard or seen people posting that this one is definitely like a fave. So let's see. It kind of has that classic orange wax, not very sweaty. I really wouldn't say it's sweaty at all. Ooh, at first I was like, this is pumpkin and cranberry, but I got the bakery there at the end. Let's see if I can pop it out. Sometimes when they're like fresh poured, they're just stuck in there. Ooh, cinnamon spice on the bottom. It's like spicy, but there's like a bakery after note. I feel like the more you breathe it in, the more you get like that bakery after effect. This is so interesting. It's definitely reminding me of another, like, it's like a kind of a typical fall scent, but more like a hint of bakery added to it, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you didn't know this was cranberry, you would probably think it's apple, pumpkin, and a bakery. Interesting. Okay, let's smell the pod and see if the pod smells similar. The pod is more straight up like cranberry pumpkin. I'm not getting the sweetness, but that's kind of hard to portray across in pods. Also though, I think the less bakery they try to put in pods, the better they kind of perform. I feel like the longer you let this one sit, it may get more bakery. That could be a stretch. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, so next we have orchard, apple, and spice. I really like the design on this. It's actually trees. From far away, it just looks like kind of cute little dots, but it's actually like apple trees. like an apple orchard. Okay, this is an autumn treat of ripe orchard apple is complemented by bright cherry and a finishing touch of warm spice. I'm kind of, because it says cherry, thinking this is going to be similar to apple cherry strudel, but that doesn't mean it will be. I don't know. It's kind of a little bit of a darker red wax there. It's not apple cherry strudel. It kind of reminds me of like a warm apple pie. It's not baked apple pie. Baked apple pie from Scentsy has way too much, way too much cinnamon. Oh. Oh my, come on, I want to, like, I gotta smell the bottom of a bar. Like, I'm just that person who has to smell the bottom of the bar. Ugh. Look how discolored. This one's got a lot of spice in it. Like, that's just making me think that way from this. Ooh, the bottom of this is really good. Oh, this is really good. To me, this is apple cherry strudel's older, more sophisticated sister with no bakery. Like, if you wanted to make this more apple cherry strudel, you could add in like a vanilla bean buttercream, almond croissant, sugar cookie, vanilla, did I already say vanilla bean buttercream? Anything like bakery, because this to me is more like just apples and spices. I really like this one. Personally, I'm more of an apple person than a pumpkin person. I think this would be really good mixed with the pumpkin one. Let's smell them together. I think they would be really good mixed together. But like, there's definitely just like apples and spices. There's no bakery to this for me. That's why I said like older, more sophisticated sister. Ooh. Pods reminded me of Johnny Appleseed a little bit. Questionable. Not sure about that. More like tart apple. This was like very much less, not tart. Like just a very smooth apple, maybe like a Honey Crisp apple. Yeah, I really like this one. Okay, I like this one more than the cranberry pumpkin spice. Sorry, but like I said, I prefer apple over pumpkin. Team Apple, represent. I like pumpkin too, but I just would prefer apple. Which is funny because like I really don't like Johnny Appleseed. Okay, the last one in this 3-pack of bars is Toasted Acorn and Oak. And this one's got kind of a cool design on it too. I don't know if that's supposed to look like a tree of some sort. Like, you know, when you cut open a tree, it has the rings, even though they're like geometric designs. Maybe I'm just really reaching there. I don't know. Also, if you're interested in trying these without buying the 3-bar bundle of wax bars, add them to your club because you can add them to your club singly. Also, if you want to keep getting these, add them to your club because that's what I recommend. Okay, Toasted Acorn and Creamy Chestnut roasted over golden oak bring a warmth to a crisp evening. Kind of like a brownish wax there, a little bit darker than the cover. This is really pretty. I really didn't know what to expect on this one. It's like woodsy but like nutty, like chestnut, like a pecan. Okay, this is so different. I really like this. It's really like a woods scent with a pecan or like a nut. Okay, I gotta smell the pods. I really like that one actually. The pods are kind of light. The pods smell like something not the same as the bar. They almost smell like a little plasticky. Like there's, I don't know about the pods. I might need to let the pods sit a little bit. I'm getting a weird note from the pods that I don't know is the wax. Same as the wax scent. Okay, honestly, oh, it's so hard to decide. I think my favorite is the orchard apple and spice. Like if you're an apple person, I would recommend this one. It's kind of, now that I smell it more, like cider mill without the pumpkin. Like just apple cider. Adding apple butter frosting to this would be so good. I'm gonna try that. Maybe this one a little bit more. I like this one too though. I'm gonna have to warm them. So that is, I'm totally happy I got the fragrance flowers in the mall because I think I'll definitely use them. I don't feel like any of them, I'm like, ooh, I really don't like that. Okay, I'm trying to safely transport these so that I have more room to work. Okay, don't fall over, please. Next, maybe let's talk about the hand soap. So I did end up getting the hand soap bundle, which includes Appleberry, Bright Cider Life, and Maple Apple Bourbon hand soaps. So I unpackaged them because I just want to smell them for you guys. I know what Bright Cider Life and Maple Apple Bourbon smell like, but I just want to see what they're like in the body care. So, Appleberry is a barrel full of fresh picked crimson apples, complemented by cranberry and pomegranate, is very, very good. And you gotta take off, well, you don't have to if I'm not gonna pump it, I guess. This is very appley, no spice. Personally, in my opinion, could use this any time of year. I like apple in the fall. I have an apple hand soap out right now, but no spice to this necessarily saying that it's fall. This could even be a nice spring soap. So next is Bright Cider Life. Love this in the wax. Let's see how it is in the hand soap. Spiced harvest cider comes to life with luscious pumpkin and a slice of red apple. Cute, cute packaging, first of all. This literally smells exactly like the wax, but made into a soap. Like if you've had the Scentsy hand soaps, dish soaps, etc., if you have gotten a scent that you also have in wax, you can tell it's the scent, but like it has this element of almost like a soapy, whatever makes it the cleaner and not the wax. That is exactly what this is. It smells exactly the same, but with that little hint of whatever the soap cleaner aspect is right in the background. I feel like when you wash your hands with this, it's gonna be amazing. I love Bright Cider Life. Get the wax, get the pods, get the hand soap, get it all. Unfortunately, with this hand soap, you do have to buy it in a 3-bar bundle. So, there you have it. Maybe if somebody bought the 3-pack bundle and they don't like Bright Cider Life, which would be crazy, but maybe they don't, you could ask them for that. Lastly, Maple Apple Bourbon. This was the one out of the group that I was a little nervous for. It's juicy red apple, rich maple, and rich maple. Get in the holiday spirit with a splash of bourbon. Don't love this scent typically, but I'm hoping the hand soap will be a little bit more subdued. And I think it is. It's kind of just like a sweet apple, honestly. Maybe you get that slightest hint of like what they're calling the bourbon note. Yeah, the Appleberry is much more of like a rich apple, like really juicy red apple, has a little bit of tartness. This is kind of like a sweet, maybe a hint of like a maple that you would get like from a maple syrup type of vibe, sweeter apple. So this isn't super strong. I think this would be okay in the hand soap. So I'm kind of glad I went for the bundle because I was just nervous about the Maple Apple Bourbon, but I do find as well, if you make your hand soaps into, if you make your Scentsy hand soaps into foaming hand soaps, the scent, not that it dissipates, but it seems to just like cool it, you know, it just slightly tams it down. So I may end up doing that as well. Okay, this is gonna be a long one. So next we have the Harvest Oil 3-pack. I'm ready to repurchase this if I like these. I already have it ready to go in my cart, just waiting for it to get here. So it comes with this little packet, which of course breaks down all the scents for you. I think I'm gonna start with the one I'm the least enthused by, which is the Golden Pear Nectar. I'll be honest, pear is just not really my thing, and so I'm gonna start with this one. Golden pear and crisp apple whipped with apricot nectar until sugary sweet. That's what it says. Okay. It's not so bad. I get the pear, but there's apple in there too. And the hint of apricot's almost making it a little bit like nectarine-y. Mostly pear. Not horrible. I couldn't get down with this. I think this will be okay. Some pear scents I cannot do, so I was nervous, but I can get down with this one. This is Golden Pear Nectar. You can only get these in the 3-pack as well. Next, I'm gonna do Pumpkin Cinnamon Twist because I'm going in my projected least favorite order. Pumpkin perfectly spiced with cinnamon and clove. I love these little oil bottles. They're just adorable. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like little pumpkins. I don't know if it'll actually do any focusing. Okay, pumpkin, clove, and cinnamon. This is actually pretty sweet to me. It's kind of giving me less spicy, Scary Good vibes. Like this and Scary Good are almost identical, I feel like. This is just a little bit sweeter. And I think even like, especially when it was going in a diffuser, it would be so too. Okay, I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Okay. Projected most favorite. Caramel apple crumble. Lots of pressure here on this one. Delicious apple topped with cinnamon crumble and a drizzle of caramel. Let's see. Oh. Oh yeah, this is good. It's definitely apple caramel. You can tell they're trying to put an aspect of a bakery in there, which has to be the crumble, you know what I mean? A hint of cinnamon, I feel like. Also, beware. These will not be as strong as when you smell them right out of the bottle. They'll really dissipate when they're going in the actual like diffuser in the air. Okay, this one's good. Yes, I don't know if I should diffuse these before I commit to buying another set. Oh, because I'm surprised they're still available. Like, I kind of don't want to wait any longer. I'm nervous that they might sell out. But I'm really getting ready to place another order like today or tomorrow. I might end up getting another set. Okay. Let's put that there. Let's stand it out actually, just in case. Okay, let's get into the exciting part. It's the warmers. So I have 3 here for myself and 1 for my mom. So first, right on top, we have the Everything Nice mini warmer. I've wanted this in the past when it was in the full size, but it was an 8-watt element warmer and I just like couldn't commit to it. So when I saw they came out with it in the mini, I was like, okay, I can get behind that. I can definitely get behind that. This says, make your obsession with pumpkin spice official with this cute mug shaped warmer, perfect for adding some fall feels to your seasonal or year-round vibe. Totally agree. Okay, so in the mini warmers, they have started including this little, on the instruction sheet, it shows you what base goes to what. I think that's really helpful. But right on top of your mini warmers, it has all the goods. Everything you need to get started with your mini warmer. So they have, without busting anything, they have this wall plug-in, which is what your like bulb goes into. You know, it's got this on and off switch. It goes into the wall. If you're new to Scentsy, all you have to do if you have a funky outlet is hold this button and it rotates and it clicks. Oh, maybe it doesn't click. I thought it clicked. Oh yeah. it clicks. And then you can like plug it into a crazy outlet. You know, maybe you have upside down outlet because your fiance took out the outlets and then put them in upside down. Maybe that's just here. We have one outlet like that and it drives me crazy every time. But they do turn. So, and it does have the like ground stabilizing third one, so it's not so wobbly. But your light bulb screws right into there, which in the little packet, how does this go in here? In this little thing, the light bulb's right up here. It's just a 15-watt light bulb. You just screw it right in. And then they do provide this little gasket. And this, should have kept this out. This little gasket goes around this to make it just a little bit more snug when you're, for your warmer. If you feel like your warmer is like wobbling back and forth, tie this on and it'll just give it a little bit more snugness, keep it a little bit tighter in there. So I actually brought in my tabletop base so I could light these up for you. So I'm not actually going to utilize these like this because I brought my tabletop base to light them up for you. Okay. So basically I have this little base that I can put the warmer on. Right now I have this warmer on here. And basically this is just like a light bulb on a stand. And the light bulb's in here crooked, so that's not good. That's not providing any very good, what the heck? You guys, I was trying to be prepared, but look at me. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's that straight, but it's a little better. Okay. Let's put her there. So, you guys, is so dang cute. It's so tiny. It's so small. It's literally like not even the size of a full mug. Maybe like a small mug. Oh my gosh. Pumpkin spice and everything nice. So cute. And here is the dish. I would say you could maybe do like a cube and a half. 2 cubes would maybe be pushing it. I do find I have these tabletop bases because I find that they're more stable, obviously, because they sit on a table. So you can fill these a little bit fuller because they're not like potentially wobbling around in your outlet. Like even when you go to flip the switch, they can move a little bit. Just be aware of that if you're like filling it to the tippity top. So the ceramic warmers have these notches in the bottom. This one looks kind of funky. I don't know why. But they line up with the notches in, like you see those little notches right there. They just line up with that. And then you line it up and like twist. Oh my word. Oh my word. A bug's flying. Oh my word. Why is this not working? Clearly you have to be very educated to do this, and I am not. Oh my God. Okay, I hope that nothing broke. Oh, okay, so it's pretty like thick ceramic, so it's definitely not glowing, but can you see it letting out the holes in the back? It has 5 holes in the back. So like obviously if it's like up against your wall plugged in, it's gonna give off some light that way. Not really like glowing though. So if you have it on your table, it would look like a little mug sitting there, and then you can put little wax in. I think if you have brown wax, it would literally look like coffee. It'd be so cute. So I'm so excited about this one. Let's see if I can get it off without like totally wrecking my thing. How did I do this? What in the heck? That's so weird. I don't know why I'm struggling with that so bad. Yeah, but otherwise, like, look at this detailing, like, around the, it's definitely getting warm up in here. Like, I can feel the warmth. But yeah, it goes all the way around the mug. It has on the back side. There's a little bit of green in the flowers. I didn't realize that. Oh my gosh, cute. Okay. I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited to like switch out for fall. Okay. Let's put that one back for now. Maybe. And you guys, if you like are moving around your warmers, or if you're getting ready to move or anything of the sort, keep your Scentsy boxes, especially like I even just use mine to repackage up everything perfectly. So don't just throw them away because you put the warmer out. Keep that stuff. Okay, next let's do my mom's because it looks adorable. She got, I need to take off this little band, I think that was my issue. I had this little gasket on there, which helps in the long run, but I think I need to take it off for this demo. She got this oh so cute cut it out warmer. Like just cut it out, so cute. Okay, this one says, well, I save time and open it. This classic jack-o'-lantern is all of the fun and none of the work. Amen to that. You know how like much work it is to get like the cutout in your pumpkin? Oh, I think she's going to love this. Hope she doesn't mind me taking it out. I'm sure she doesn't. This one's got a little bit of a shallow dish here, so just be careful how many cubes you put in. I'm definitely going to have to let her know just to be careful. Okay, now I feel like it's not as secure because I unscrewed that, but this one's really gonna glow. Okay, can I get to focus? Oh, this is so cute. And it definitely, like, it doesn't glow through, but oh my God, look at that. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, I really like that. Hopefully you can see it. It's not like totally blinding you. Isn't that so much fun? Oh, it literally looks like a carved pumpkin. Oh, cute. Oh my gosh, cute. Literally cut it out. Cute. I love it. I love it. Okay. That one's for my mother. My mom loves, like, she's a fall person, like fall smells, but she loves Christmas. So I'm really curious to see if she, like what she picks up from the holiday collection, because she's a fanatic about snowmen. She keeps her snowmen out all year round. Anyone else? Okay, last mini warmer. I had to pick this one up. It is the So Very Thankful. This one's gonna look so cool. I really want the gilded leaves, but it is delayed, so we'll see when that comes in. Am I still in the fall spirit? Okay, this is like straight up white ceramic. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit darker, but it's gonna glow, and that's why. So this is like very ceramic. You don't want to spill wax on this. This is glazed in here, and it's a little bit of a deeper dish, but if wax gets on this outside, it's gonna stain. So please be careful. Please be careful, you have been warned. And look at the design with the leaves. It's got the cutouts. Okay, it's wobbling because I took that gasket off. Oh, get out of town. I love it. So Very Thankful. Oh, it's cute. Here's the good wall design here. Plenty of it. This one glows quite a bit because it is this like lighter ceramic. It's not that thick ceramic. So it does glow quite a bit, as you can see, but I think it just makes it pop so much more. But definitely, this is very much, do you see these freaking bugs flying around? Oh, they drive me nuts. Do you see I don't know if you can tell the texture. It's definitely like not glazed. This is glazed to make your wax not like completely stick in there forever. So don't spill wax on this outside. Like, don't be doing hot dumps with this. Definitely be very, very careful about how you dispose of that wax. Just warning you. I mean, getting wax on the outside of any warmer is like, kind of sucks, but be careful with that one, especially. Ugh. And also, I was gonna say, I feel like that warmer, you can, because it just says So Very Thankful and has leaves, you can keep this out all fall winter even all year if you wanted to. Like, what, you just have to be thankful in November? No, you could keep that out all year long. I don't feel like the leaves are like so overstated. I mean, I think that's such a cool one. As soon as I saw the brochure, I was like, that one. Actually, when I saw the brochure, I was like, this one. It's my last warmer. It's the Enchanted Pumpkin. I screamed when this was included. I've wanted this warmer for so long, you guys. I'm so happy. Okay, this says, complete your magical kingdom with this hand-blown mercury glass warmer featuring a metal wire frame, distinctive speckles, and a warm autumn aura. So excited. Okay, this may contain sharp edges. I think they put this in all the warmers now. Okay, right on top, this is what we're working with. We got a glass dish upside down in the lid, it appears. So here is the dish. It looks like the standard like glass dish. I think a lot of warmers have this size dish nowadays, and it says the number 4. And then we have the lid. Oh gosh, I'm getting excited. So this is the lid that sits on it, and it makes it just look like a pumpkin, you know, with its little stem and whatnot. Oh gosh, okay. This looks like it's in here kind of like all in one piece. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna get these out. Oh geez, I really don't know how I'm gonna get this out of here. Ah! I don't want to like break the box, obviously, but I don't want to like shake it upside down, but she's not coming out. OMG, you guys. Oh. Whoops. There goes the styrofoam. I don't know why. What the heck? I was gonna say, can I open it from the bottom even? Like, is the bottom stuck? Oh yeah. The bottom was stuck because of the cords, I think. The one cord. You guys, look at this. What in the hell? Okay. We're doing this backwards here. Jeez, this had to have been stuck to the side. Like, what the? OMG. I didn't realize this was going to be such a complex situation here. Okay, here's the deal. It's taped all around it, which I get. I understand. But oh my God. Ugh, no wonder it was stuck in the box. It's all hanging together. Okay, apparently I need to just put this warmer out because, and also I'm gonna have to bring the vacuum up here because I made an incredible mess. Oh my, styrofoam everywhere. That taping is intense. Okay. Whew. Yikes. Okay. Don't know how I'm gonna ever box this back up because that was a nightmare to get unboxed. Wow, let me regain my thoughts. Okay. So in here, first of all, look at this. I love it. In here is the light bulb and like a little silica packet, like a don't eat this packet. So don't eat that and make sure it goes in the garbage so like your animals don't get a hold of it. Ooh, or your kids or something. Okay, 20-watt light bulb. Let's screw it in. It's so reflective and pretty. I can't believe we just went through all that work. Like, that was the most intense box opening I've ever gone through. Okay, 20-watt light bulb. Okay, it's like orange on the inside, or like gold, kind of. Okay, so I do believe, let me unwind it. And once again, I have to set this up today because like the amount of styrofoam little pieces on my body is nuts. I'll maybe just save some packing paper to repack that because that was like, whoa. Okay. Oh, she's lighting up. Okay. So, here you go. It's like kind of tiny. It's so cute. I would say maybe like the size of my head. I do believe just the glass dish goes right in here. Like so. Can't even tell it's in there. And then this little guy, he goes right over top. He's so cute. Okay, ready? It's so cool. Oh my gosh, you guys. I freaking love this. It looks so cool. Oh my gosh. It like in person is textured. Like it looks like you can see through it. Like, can you see the light bulb in there? Like I feel like I can see through it, but I don't think I can. Like it's mirrored. Oh my gosh. This is like something like a wizard would use to like hypnotize you or something. Like it's so cool. I would say it's like pretty heavy with the topper on. Like I feel like this topper has a bit of weight. Oh, this is so cool. Now I'm kind of like kicking myself that I didn't get the chic warmer because that was kind of the same concept as this. Oh, she's cute. Oh, and this is out of stock, you guys. I'm so sorry for sharing this, but my haul just came and I apologize that she's out of stock. So pretty. Okay, I gotta go downstairs and set this up because there's no way I can put it back in the box. Apologies that this haul is so long. If I could have figured that box out, it probably would have saved like 10 minutes. But I couldn't. So thank you for sticking with me and watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you have any Harvest Collection questions or Scentsy questions in general, contact me. My info is down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.